The Mutilator, 1984 slasher horror film.
"4 days of R&R at the beach." I'm in.
She's in. I'm in. Sounds good to me.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
They thought their vacation would be fun. They were wrong. Dead wrong.
He's what's called a trophy hunter.
Bum 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 bum.
Dad used to tell me that he'd hunted everything but man.
Hey.
I'm coming to get you.
School was hell, but vacation was murder. The Mutilator.
Greetings, fiends. Today we're looking at the homegrown independent film The Mutilator, aka Fall Break, from 1984, directed by Buddy Cooper and John Douglas, starring Matt Mittler, Ruth Martinez, and Bill Hitchcock. The Mutilator has been described as being more extreme in the blood and gore department than most other 80s horror movies. But is it really? The Mutilator plot. A college student who accidentally killed his mother as a child decides to take his friends to his father's fishing cabin during fall break, not knowing that his crazed father is stalking the place. Homegrown horror. The Mutilator was the writing and directorial debut of Buddy Cooper. He was a lawyer, but he always wanted to be a filmmaker. He said that he read in Variety that 30% of all tickets sold at the time were for horror films, so that's why he decided to make a horror movie. During production, the cast and crew stayed at a nearby motel, which was owned by writer-director Buddy Cooper's family. Buddy now owns the motel, and much of the film's crew still works there.
Ralph? Sue?
Goriest slasher film? There is a claim that there is more blood and gore in The Mutilator than in most slasher films of the same period. Gorific scenes include a man who gets a chainsaw in his stomach and a girl getting a huge fishhook through her crotch. There's a bloody decapitation and a fairly good pitchforking, but the version of The Mutilator I watched is tamer than the original Friday the 13th, for example, and the effects are simply not as good as Savini's. Gorier German version. People have suggested that the version of The Mutilator to seek out is a German-made DVD from Dragon Films, which contains the entire film's uncensored length, complete with an over-the-top finale that is grand guignol in its perfection. Your old pal Horror Mike has not seen this version, but I'll keep an eye out. What's in a name? The movie's original title was Fall Break, but it was changed to The Mutilator for its video release for marketing reasons. A very good move on the producer's part. Critic review and rebuttal. One film critic had this to say about the movie. Quote, "The Mutilator has a pretty big following among people who enjoy the slasher boom that happened from 1980 to 1984. I'm a major slasher fan, but for the most part, there were a lot of movies that were just trying to cash in on the box office dollars. Well, naturally. More times than not, these films were poorly made, poorly shot, and featured very little gore. They were just cheap C-movies that were thrown into theaters for a quick buck. The Mutilator isn't one of those movies, as it's fairly well made, features a nice cast, and best of all is that it actually delivers on the gore, unquote. I don't know where they're getting, quote, well made and delivers on the gore, unquote, from. The acting is stiff, the pacing is pedestrian, and the gore is subpar in comparison to other slasher flicks of the time. Additionally, it opens up with a sitcom-style road trip montage with the Fall Break theme song that makes you want to see some major mutilations happen immediately.
Gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A fall break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight.
Here's some quick Mutilator facts. The film was shot in chronological order in 29 days. The climax was shot in a single night. Actor Bill Hitchcock was cast at the last minute as Ralph. Makeup effects artist Mark Shostrom and actor Matt Mittler both celebrated their birthdays on set. Actress Ruth Martinez was still in college when she acted in this film. 2023 Mutilator sequel. Buddy Cooper was planning to make a sequel, but the first film lost money due to his refusing to cut enough scenes to earn an R rating instead of an X rating. Regardless, he said, making The Mutilator was the most fun, most rewarding thing he'd ever done. And he's wanted to make another movie ever since. Cooper finally ended up making a sequel in 2023 called, strangely enough, The Mutilator 2. I hope you enjoyed this look at The Mutilator. As always, please like and subscribe. Thank you.
We're going on now.
A fall break.